Hello everyone, thanks for stopping by, and thanks for all my new subscribers for checking me out, and I hope you stay tuned for more videos that I will be putting out. So let me tell you what I did this week. As you know, today is Fridaysews, where we get to tell you and show off our makes, tell you what we plan on making next week, if anything, or if our minds change, or and tell you a little bit about life. So what did I sew this week? Well, first of all, I finished my Valentine centerpiece, and I did a little tutorial on how I made that, and I'll put that right here. And then I made my sister one of them plastic bag holders where you can pull it out at the bottom and stuff. She showed me a picture of the one I made her 10 years ago or longer, and I said, take that down. It was tattered, to say the least. So I made her another one, and my husband was supposed to drop that off today and didn't do it. But, and then I sewed this, and I want to give you my full review of the Notions Coda jacket. Now, this is a nice jacket. One thing is, it's boxy. So if you're not into boxy jackets and roomy, might not be for you. But I feel the more I wash it, the more it's going to conform to my body. And the bias tape needs to be washed because it's still a little stiff, and it makes the corners a little stiff. So I will insert a video of me modeling my Coda jacket right here. Ooh. Now let me tell you what I like and what I dislike about it. First of all, you have 3 color options. You have pockets, all which I love. The sleeve, you can do buttons. If you don't want buttons, you don't need buttons. And I did see a lady add a zipper to it and change the pockets up that weren't included in here. So there's a lot of options you can do with this jacket. So I really like this jacket. The sleeves, they were a little too long for me, and I chopped them off probably 2 inches. And I kind of wish I would have left 1 more inch on there. But I got it hemmed up 1 inch. If it starts bothering me, I'll lengthen it. And then I also I'm thinking about maybe putting a band on it. You know how you like your sleeves a little tight to you so the air don't get up in there? But I like the hooded version. So I'm not sure that I put the hood on correctly, but it still works, and you can't see the stitching because I just sewed it up to the binding. Let me see. It's easy, very easy to construct, so the instructions are awesome. So if you just follow along with the instructions, you won't have a problem. But I do have a confession. I don't follow instructions. I go over them the night before, come down here, and then I think I know everything. That's why I put the hood on backwards. I'm sure I put the hood on backwards, but it still works. Because I like it opening up like this so it looks like it's got a kind of a shawl collar, you know. But I like that. So what else did I do? I wasn't sure how to add the bias tape to it, and probably did that wrong. I did my corners like I did a miter corner on a quilt. On the sides here, I did not do that right, but you're not going to see it. I'm moving, so. But I will go back and read the instructions a little more in depth to make sure I did it right. You know, when you sew for a long time, you just think you know it all, and then you read them and you go on, and then you wonder why you make so many mistakes. Okay, so my dislike is the jacket's too short. I I don't have a bum. I do not like things where I can't cover up what I don't have. So I lengthened it by 3 inches. And the back still seems like it's shorter than the front. So I don't know if I need a round back adjustment, which is very hard to do when you cut out with a projector. So I'd probably have to trace off the back and adjust it that way. But or maybe I just measured wrong when I added my 3 inches. But the back seems shorter than the front. So I don't know if that's sewer error or that's just how it was created to be shorter. Or if I need a round back adjustment. Tell me what you think. Do I need a round back adjustment? Because I notice I'm starting to hunch, you know. I'm 66 years old, so the body starts going like this. And I don't like that. All right, so I did a size large with the full bust adjustment. The easiness of it to construct is very easy. Even with just reading the instructions once, you'd be able to do it. If you're a new sewer, though, read the instructions and follow along. You will be able to do it, guaranteed. Bias tape, I don't know that I like that. But then you don't need it, really, if you line it. Mine's not lined. But if you lined this, you wouldn't have to use the bias binding. You could just sew it together and pull it inside out. I'm thinking how I could do it reversible, because wouldn't that be cool to have it a reversible one? I liked how they did their sleeves too, where they cuffed it up. So if I make another one, I would like to cuff it up. Might be making my sister one if she really likes it. I went to Hobby Lobby and I got a few little 40% off. I found some flannel, not as thick as this, but real thin flannel. That would make a nice little around the house jacket. And blue though. So I'm gonna see if she likes that. If so, I'll make her one. Once I wash it up a couple times, I think it really will take the stiffness out of it and form to me more. I just hope it doesn't short my sleeves anymore. If it does, I might put a band on it to match the collar. Or I'll take the hem out and lengthen it as far as I can, because there's an inch hem in here. So the options, you have the options of buttons or no buttons. You have the option of lining or unlined. You have 3 hood options. You have a collar, you have 3 collar options. You have a hood, a collar, or plain. It has buttons. I seen one lady make hers where it had a zipper and she put the pockets over kind of like a kangaroo pocket, but I really like that. So I liked how she did that. That doesn't come with the pattern, but it was a awesome hack she did. So, would I make this again? Yes. Do I like this pattern? Yes. I give this pattern a 2 thumbs up. And like I said, I don't always give best reviews. So if there's something you want to know about this jacket that I make, the Coda jacket from Love Notions, leave it in the comments and I will try to elaborate a little bit more on what you're asking. It is a boxy jacket, so if you don't like boxy, I don't know if that's for you, but I like boxy because I like to wrap myself around it. You know, another thing I didn't mention with this jacket, you can make it, they have a quilt pattern to make it look like a quilt. You're wearing a quilt. So they have instructions on how to make it a design looking like a quilt like they have in the picture. And I'll put a picture of it somewhere in the video here. I think you'll like this jacket. I don't know if it's on sale anymore, but I do like it. I will throw it on when I'm out running and just want something light to wear, which was last week, but not this week. I think we got 6 to 9 inches of snow dumped on us here yesterday, and now it's cold, but this is just nice to be down here. I am not chilly or cold down here. So that's that. Okay, let's see. What do I have coming up next week? I am going to try to get back to getting that bra fixed, and I don't know that it'll fit me, but maybe making a new bra. I seen Kris from Sew Notes. She made her bra, and I can't wait till she shows it to you. Ooh, spoiler alert. But that gets me excited when someone makes a bra and it fits and it turns out nice. And like, oh, I need to make another bra. I just bought one and it doesn't fit any better than the tight one. And what else? I found a sewing caddy. I was going to make a sewing caddy out of one of them acrylic frames that you tuck a picture in and it stands up, but it's just a plastic frame that stands up. I was going to make one of them for my advent calendar, but I seen this lady make one out of cardboard, so I thought I would do a copycat tutorial on making that sewing caddy. I don't know that I'm going to make it for me for sewing, because when I sew, I want everything out of the way because I'm clumsy, my fabric gets going and everything gets pushed off, and so it would be cute up here, so I might make it a sewing caddy, or I'm going to make it for my granddaughter's room to put her little colors and markers and her paints and all that in. So I'm liable to make it for her instead of for sewing. So I'm going to try to get a tutorial made on that next week. What else? I can tell you the clothes I'd like to make, but I change my mind from day to day. I'm in the mood to do it, and then my butt starts hurting and I don't do anything. So that'll take me into life. Life is, I went and had an MRI done, I've had x-rays done, and then as I'm Googling my problem, I see that they did the x-rays and stuff wrong. When you have tailbone problem, they should be taking an x-ray of you sitting down and not laying down, because there's no pressure on my tailbone when I'm just laying there. Although just laying does hurt at times if I lay there too long. But what they said, they seen nothing wrong in the MRI or the x-rays, that I just have an angry butt. Well, then I had to tell them, well, I have an angry wallet now, because for $900, you're telling me I have an angry butt. Fix my angry butt somehow. But I had been Googling, and I'm seeing these floor exercise to do for tailbone problems, and I have been doing that. I have been on my treadmill this week, so I'm trying to get them muscles kind of tighter. But anyway, so I'm working on my angry butt, and I still probably want an injection. But you know, last year I got 3 injections, and as I was Googling things and the steroid injections that they give you, you know, that really breaks down your immune system. I had 3 shots last year for my tailbone, and they did help. They did relieve me. But I was sick really bad 3 times last year. I mean sick for not just a week, 3-4 weeks. And I don't know if that has anything to do with my injections that breaks down your immune system or not. So before I run to get this injection, I'm going to work on these exercises and see if that helps relieve some of the pain. I take Epsom salt bath almost every night for the pain, and I'm not sewing and sitting. These chairs are really hurting my butt, and I got a cushion where it stays open, but to remember to bring that up and down, and in the car and everywhere I go. I took it when I went to lunch last week. We had a good time at lunch, by the way, but I did take it, and I almost left it there sitting at the chair. You know, you just don't remember to grab that like you do your bag. So, but anyway, so I'm working on my bum, and I'll keep you updated on that and see if I get an injection. But if I get an injection and I get sick real bad again, then I know where it's coming from. Besides that, we got a lot of snow. I had to dig my chickens out, and speaking of chickens, my granddaughter, she wants to get into chickens and gardening this year. So I thought this would be kind of cool. But I was kind of winging myself away from the chickens because they're a lot of work. Chickens are a lot of work. They're not easy. And cleaning out the chicken coop, I always get a sinus-like infection and have to take sinus medicine because of all that dust. And I do wear a mask. But she came down Sunday and she cleaned out the coop. She said, that wasn't that bad, Granny. And so we might be putting up a fence so I can lock the chickens in, because I let my chickens free range and they got my backyard just looking horrible. So if we're going to get more chickens, I want to lock them up. I want some grass for my dog Bingo to go out there and not get all muddy. and work on that. But then I think, oh, the work of it. She'll come down and clean the coop out, but guess who's going out to let them chickens in and out and feeding them every day? In the summertime, you got to give them water 2 or 3 times so it's cool. In the wintertime, you got to lug water out there because it's frozen. And you got to feed them twice a day, and you got to make sure you put apple cider vinegar in their water so they don't get worms. I mean, there's a lot of work that goes involved. I have to go get the grain, I have to go get the bedding, I have to go get the other stuff that they need. And I'm talking myself out of this. I'm just going to tell my granddaughter I don't want to do chickens no more. But I'm not. I'm going to, if she wants to get into this, I think I need to encourage her to start eating a little bit better and right and healthier. So we're going to try maybe some container gardening this year together and some chickens. Holy moly. You see the price of eggs? At least I haven't had to go out and buy eggs. They quit laying in the wintertime. I was getting 1 egg, but now they've given me back 3 eggs a day. Out of 5 hens, I get 3 eggs. So I guess that's pretty good. Anyway, that's all my life stuff. That's all of my boring tutorial, because I know my boring video, but because I know I can get boring, but it's hard for me to just do all the talking and not listening and answering. And this is getting warm down here with this on. So this is kind of nice. So anyway, happy Friday, everyone. I hope you all had a great Valentine's Day. I got roses for my table to make my table setting look all pretty. But besides that, I will let you go. Has anyone told you you're special today? If not, let me be the first, because you are in God's eyes. So thank you for all of you guys that offered to pray for Terry and for my butt, and I certainly appreciate it. So guys, go out and have a great weekend. Go do something creative, but whatever you do, do it in the name of the Lord, and your blessings will always come back to you. God bless everyone. Bye.